Hello everyone, it's FARMSIMGUY here, hope you're all doing well. Let's give you a little bit of a sit rep. We are quickly rushing back to the yard now just to grab a tow chain. We want to pull this Fiat out of the ditch. A little bit of an update on Davy. He's fine. Thank you all for your concern, but he's doing alright. The policeman has already taken him home to let him rest, so we will give you an update on that in a little while. Oh! The signage guys have been. I am rather impressed with that. We'll come back and have another look at that in a little while. We have got stuff to do at the moment, but nice to see that up there. Things are progressing nicely. So, yes, we managed to get the trailer pulled out. That was fine. We did that with the police Land Rover, but we need something with a little bit more grunt to pull the Fiat out. Now, Davy said he was driving along, something broke, and he couldn't handle a tractor. It was pulling to the left and obviously has pulled him into the ditch. Now, we'll have to get the tractor down to the shop and work out what's gone on there, but that doesn't sound very good if something like that's happened. But we'll keep an open mind. Don't want to point the finger of blame at Davy too quickly, although there's another problem. There's another accident that he's caused. So, I think we'll take the TW15 down, we'll get the tow rope, and we'll head down and we'll see you there. Right, here we are. Just getting lined up here. Now, also, while we've got you all here, thank you for all the feedback on the beet harvest. We are going to take it, and I'll tell you why. I had a good chat with Willie. He has driven and knows how to run beet harvesters, so he's going to definitely run that for us. It just so happens, though, his brother is visiting from Scotland as well, so he's happy to run a tractor, because I'm nervous to let Davy run a tractor at the moment, although that may change. I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt. If he says something broke on this, that's interesting. We might help him out here. So let's just do this, and let's hopefully find a way of attaching this to the Fiat. There we go. Nearly pulled the TW in, but we avoided a problem there. That could have been fun, couldn't it? I couldn't have blamed Davy for that one. Right. Let's see if we can pull this out. There we go. Job done. Now, all we need is somebody to come along from the shop now and take this away on a low loader, and we are problem solved. Now we're going to have to get out of the road. This is the reason police are still here, really, just to make sure that nothing goes awry. So let's get this chain unhitched now. We're done with the TW here, and we'll leave it to the experts. There we go. Now, what we're going to do as well, we are going to hook up the bale trailer and we'll run that back to the yard. There's no damage to that. A few cosmetic scratches is all, but no damage to that. Now, the Fiat engine's running, which is a positive. But I do think there's something down on that front axle. Definitely at the PTO, and the front hitch is all bent up, so there's a little bit of work to be done there. We shall see what we will find from that when it goes to the shop. But for now, let's get this down to the shed. And we're not going to pick up the bales yet, because one, they aren't fully fermented. But that doesn't really matter. I would like to get that second shed done. What we want to do is tidy up this yard a bit as well. But first and foremost, we're going to get sorted with our sugar beet harvest. We're going to get Willie and his brother onto that as quickly as we can. And we're going to not get involved in that. We're going to do the contracting manager thing there. We're just going to leave it to the team. Now, if they need a second trailer, which I'm thinking they might, I may consider seeing if Davey wants to drive it. You guys will probably think I'm completely mad for doing that, but let's just wait and see what comes about that tractor damage. So we're just jumping our contracts here. There is the fertilising contract we did at the end of the last episode that we didn't collect, so we shall grab that. Now if I scroll down here, there's a lot a lot of baling contracts, and there's a lot of hay baling contracts, which I want to avoid. I don't want to do too much of the same thing for the purposes of you guys getting a bit bored of it. But there it is, field 46, 31,300. Now, interesting from the chats in the comments, there was a big groundswell of definitely take the contract, take the contract, take the contract, take the contract. And then a few of you saying, well, it's not really your area of expertise. You could probably do a lot of small contracts in the time it would take you to do that. And I kind of agree with that. But the idea I've got is I put a team on this. They just crack on with it. And that still gives me the chance to do some smaller contracts whilst that one is running. But we shall see how that goes. But we're going to accept it. I know the machinery will be delivered up there. Will is expecting us to be up there as well. In a little while, I'm going to take the second trailer and the TW. I think we're going to run 2 tractors. I might do a little bit to start with, but after that, we'll hand over to Davy, maybe. We'll see. Now, we have a real problem here with getting at stuff. This is why we need a second machinery shed, which I think I'm going to put in here at some point very soon. But for now, we're going to have to move a load of stuff around to get this trailer out. So we'll push on with that. And we'll try and tidy the place up a little bit as we're doing that, so it looks a little bit neater and we can access more stuff. But after that, we should have something a little bit neater in terms of a shed. So let's drop the Renault in the shed and some of the other stuff as well. So we'll be back when that's done, and we'll head down to the sugar beet field. Right, here we go. We've moved some of the stuff out of the way. We're going to head down and check out this machinery, meet Willie down there and his brother Billy, and get things going. Definitely having 2 trailers on, I think, will make things move a little bit quicker. Now, the trip to the shop where you sell the sugar beets isn't too far. It's Tall Trees store, which is just past the shop. So, there's not a long run, which is good. That's probably the first time that we've not had a long run. Usually they're the other side of the map, but they're not this time, so that's good. So we can head down there, get things unloaded, get a little bit of a rhythm going, especially if we've got 2 trailers on the go. So we'll push on, and we will see you down there, I think. We're just heading past there. The policeman's still there, obviously still making some notes, but it looks like the Fiat's gone already. That's been picked up. That's good. We should hear back about that later on. So the field we're looking at is just past the shop there, or the store. And this sell point here. Unfortunately, it's not this sell point. That would have been brilliant, but we are in here, and holy moly, look at the size of that thing. Right, I'm actually just going to park here and have a look at it. Maybe even get things started. That is huge. As a few people said, this isn't really our cup. In fact, somebody did highlight that I maybe said at the start of the series that I wasn't going to lease equipment if I didn't own it. But, and I take that on the chin. If I did say that, I apologise. But I think this is a bit of a one-off. I can't see us doing lots of these. But it was just too good an opportunity to turn down. And it's a nice big field as well. Although you do only get a narrow header on this, so it's going to take a while. We could be at this for a few episodes, but like I said, got a team on it, doing their own thing. It shouldn't impact us too much. So, yeah, Willie and Billy aren't here at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be here soon. But what a beast. A very nice Valtra tractor and a big Flegel trailer as well. So, yeah, I hope that gets down some of the lanes. That's a beast. Anyway, let's wait for Willie to arrive. Well, that's the boys here, and they have jumped straight into it. Willie was extremely excited to get the opportunity to drive a brand new piece of kit like this. He was very excited. Now, actually, the size of this thing, this is probably one of the only fields on the map where this is probably a feasible vehicle to run it on. It is massive and expensive, so hopefully nothing goes wrong with it. But yes, Billy, his brother, runs his own farm up North Scotland, so he's very accomplished at driving tractors, so he's happy He's here on holiday for the next few weeks, so he's happy to muck in as well. Obviously, I'm going to pay him. Not that tight. But second tractor, I might run that for a little while as well. We'll have a bit of fun with that. But at some point, we'll get Davy to come down and surely running sugar beets up and down to a sell point that's very close. Surely nothing can go wrong, right? Okay, we just thought we'd check in here. Things are going really well, actually. This trailer holds 40,000 litres, and ours holds a paltry 11 and a bit thousand litres. So I'm actually going to take that back to the yard, put the silage sides on it, get a little bit more volume in it, make it a little bit more useful. But sugar beets are heavy. Even this big Veltra's struggling up the hill here. But everything's running great. I'm really pleased. So I'm going to run the trailer back down, put the sides on it. I'm going to give it to Davy. He can't mess this up. It literally is point-to-point driving. So that means I can push on it. That means I can get back to the yard. That means I can tidy up some of the other stuff and get prepped for the new shed. So that sounds like fun. So we'll leave these guys to it. Right, here we are back at the yard. I'm going to assume if I don't hear anything, things are going like clockwork. So, next step for us, we want to clear a space here, get some of this machinery out of the way and cleaned, because I'm going to run a new shed just along here. It's going to be a vehicle shed. I'm going to run it along this side here. We'll get another logo on the side of it as well. That first one looks very good. In fact, let's just go and have a nosy at it across the road, because that does look very professional. There it is. I've got to say, that cannot be missed if you're driving past, can it? So, Signwriter's done a brilliant job with that. Got our branding nicely on there as well. And if we can get another shed with another one of those on, we'll really stand out. But, yeah, very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. Right, let's get the TW sorted, and we're going to use this to shift all the machinery around. Anything that needs cleaning, we'll pull it up, get it cleaned before we put it away. We're going to try and put as much as we can in the big shed behind us, but obviously then we actually have got a roller, a road roller coming to flatten the ground ready for the shed to be put in as well. So we've got to do this quickly before that arrives, but trying to clean already. We might as well clean these two as they're close enough as well. Probably the trailer here, the bale trailer, we'll leave out. We're going to need that relatively soon. But the cedar can go away for now. And all the other bits and pieces. Let's see how much we can actually fit in the shed. I don't want it to be a point that I can't get at anything, but this is obviously just a temporary solution until the new shed is up. there we go. Everything, bar the bale grab, tidied up now. There will be a roller coming along soon to level that ground. Let's just check on our bales, actually. Have they had any fermentation? Just the 1%, so still no rush to do that. We'll pick up the grab from here anyway. That's the last piece. We need the telehandler for that. But like I said, we are going to probably leave a little bit of a gap here. You can see the ground is a little bit lower there. So where it rises to this flat piece here, I think we'll get the roller to flatten this out along to here somewhere. And from there, we can then build the new shed, which is very exciting. So, let's just wait for that roller to arrive. And right on cue, here it is. Perfect timing. You can see the bumps here that it's driving over. But this will park itself up here. We can get the roller off and start flattening some stuff. I think we might have to move one of the bales, which is fine because we've got to go and get that bale grab anyway. So, but there we go. Going to get unfolded and get it off the low loader. There it is, little SD115 Volvo. Let's give this a go. So before we start flattening, which looks like it's going to work very well, and I also know we probably need to go up to about here, where this bale is. Could almost use it as a marker, actually. Thinking about it now. Yeah, let's do that. If it gets too close, we'll have to move out of the way. Right, let's give it a go. Now we're set to flatten. I think I just need to do that. And things are getting flattened. That is looking good. We'll just keep going with that, I think. See how far we get. See the ground just moving under the roller there a little. You see that? Pretty cool. Like I said, we need to go to about here. I wonder if there's other areas of the yard we can flatten. There is a couple of bits down by the pressure washer that aren't that neat at the moment, so probably use this while it's here to flatten there. There we go. We'll go a little bit further. We're not causing too many issues here. Alright, the next step, rolling out the gravel. I'm going to create a little bit of a new yard here as well if we can. We're going to have to move that bale, I think. Make sure that we get this as flat as possible. That's the only way we're going to get that building nicely settled. A little bit of grass here, but that'll go when we tidy things up. Let's just nudge that bale out of the way, shall we? That's the easiest thing to do. Bit of bale tipping. Nice asphalt, though, rather than the dirt, which is good. That should be a little bit better in the cold winter weather. Won't get so muddy. Well, let's. I want to make a good platform that we can put the shed on as well. And there we go. That's looking good. Not much longer to go now, I don't think. Maybe just this little bit here. We'll buy in a little bit more gravel as well and do some of the dirt in the existing yard just down there, so everything looks a little bit neater. Right, we've moved a few other bits of equipment now. We are going to push on and get all of this gravel down now. Make sure that all of these areas that have been kind of dirty grass pieces like this will ultimately look like a nice yard now. There's a little turning circle here for us. We'll paint all of that in as well. this nice gravel finish. Like I said, much nicer in the winter. Much less mud and dirt around the yard. Maybe even keep some of the vehicles a bit cleaner. So we're going to go right up to the road here as well, I think. Actually create a new drive path to the yard as well. I know it's eating a little bit of the field, but not enough to cause any major issues, I don't think. And the long-term benefits will be much nicer. There we go, nice and flat as well. It's getting us easier to drive around on as well, which is great. And just one more tiny little bit, and I would say we are done here. Nice. Look at that. That is fantastic. That is crying out for a shed to be placed on it. Looks really, really good. I'm so happy with that. Terra farm working well there. Obviously we're going to have to drop things like the pressure washer, wheel that back round and get things sorted as well. A little bit of a lip here, we'll sort that. But in general, this looks fantastic. Right, we're just getting this back onto the low loader here. And we will then go and sort our purchase of our shed. There we go. All done. Engine off. Let's just jump in here. Close it all up. Ratchet those down and close the ramps at the back. That can head off on its merry way any second now. So we're just standing on our new gravel pad here, looking really good. Oh, there goes the roller. He's done. Great job he did as well. So yeah, next we are going to place our new building. So let's do that. Right, here we go. I'm going to scroll along here because it is this shed here that we want. Look, it's already got FSG contracting on the side of it. So let's make sure we get it aligned nicely. But we're going to go about here. We want a little bit of a gap down the side of the other shed there, so we can get stuff in and out. I am just going to check that this is aligned. I'm just going to do it by eye rather than using the snapping tools. But that looks... well, I've hit the button now, so there we go. Brand new shed. Move the cones out of the way now, so we can get stuff in there. But we have got a second shed. That is a decent sized shed as well. Look at that, that's fantastic. And the signage on the side as well. Looking really, really good. How exciting. Right. We've got other jobs to do now. We can't just sit and drool at our new shed. Let's go back and check what's happening with the guys in the sugar beet field.
Hello, Mr. FSG. The deal here. The Fiat's a write-off.
Oh, really? What went wrong?
Well, chassis bent.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Hopefully insurance will pay out for it. Listen, any sign of how the accident happened?
Yes, front left axle seized. It would have pulled the tractor really heavily to the left.
Okay, brilliant. So, it wasn't Davy's fault?
No, I doubt it. Just bad luck again.
Okay, well, there we go. Thank you. I'll have a think about what I do next. Okay, well, the Fiat is wrecked. We do have insurance. We should be covered, but that's a real frustration. Okay. Well, nothing more we can do about it now. Let's go and check out how the guys are getting on with the harvest. Well, we're back here. Everything looks to be under control. Harvester's full again. I need to see the tractor just going up and turning around up there, so he'll be coming back to join us, and here he comes. So things are looking rosy. It is taking a long time on these headlands, isn't it? Hopefully once the headlands are done, it'll speed things up a lot. So, but I have no reason to believe that things are going to take too long. Look at this. Really going for it. Okay, leave them to it. Oh well, what do you know? A nice little ploughing contract. Oh, I think we should take that, can't we? That's a relatively small field and it's just round the corner from the yard, so let's do it. Right, we're back at the yard. Let's grab this plough and get stuck into this little job. This is quite a nice little one. It's getting a little bit later in the day now. It's starting to get a bit lower in the sky, but not to be sniffed at, these little jobs. Let's grab our weight first and foremost. There it is. And then we'll need to reverse in and grab the plough. It's all a bit tight in there, but with the new shed, when I come back, I drop it into the new shed, which is great. Right, we will see you in the field. Right, here's our field. A relatively small one, looking good. Right, let's just get in here and get started with this. Hello?
Ah, Mr. FSG. Darlington Smythe here. I could really do with a conversation with you. Right away. Could you possibly come down to the farm and have a chat?
I am just in the middle of a contract here. Can it wait until I've done?
I suppose so, but, do be quick.
Okay. Thanks for phoning. Right. Let's push on and get this done. And, let's go and see what Mr. Tedlington Smythe wants. But I suppose we'll push on with this, and this has kind of come to the end of this episode. Lots going on, lots in progress. So I'll get this kick-started, and fingers crossed. That's not bad news from Mr. Tedlington Smythe. We shall see. But for now, from me, the Farm Sim Guy, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.